Welcome to the chat with the champions. And the champion we're going to interview today is Richa Chavan. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Advantek Engineering Solutions. They are based in Weatherall Park in Sydney, but their customer base is all over Australia. So, welcome to the chat with the champions, Richa. So, tell us about Advantek Engineering and what do you do?
Advantek is a precision manufacturing company. We are into the metal and plastic manufacturing industry, even reverse engineering, laser cutting, 3D modeling, and all that's all this source of engineering equipments.
So, do you then provide solutions right from developing a product to manufacturing?
Yes, we do.
And then you also do reverse as well as
Yes,
that.
if we get the broken samples, we do designing,
Yeah.
and then we manufacture as per the samples.
And I have heard stories from you and your husband, Rahul, who is the director of this company, that many a times you have saved bigger companies, especially manufacturing companies, to recover from massive breakdowns for a broken part.
Yeah. Uh, Sometimes because of the breakdown, they don't get the parts very easily available here in Australia.
Yeah.
So when we get the samples, we design them internally, we manufacture as per the samples, and we deliver in a very quick turnaround time. So the machines start rolling around and the production starts. So their breakdown time is minimum. That's what we try to achieve.
Fantastic. Now, you and Rahul came to Australia in about 2003,
Yes.
and then you did some jobs. You were working in full-time jobs.
Yeah.
He was in engineering. You were more into the accounts, admin, and that's your background
Yeah.
for many years. What made you decide that we want to quit full-time job or transition into your own business in the field of engineering?
Um, Basically, Rahul is he's a
His background.
mechanical. His background is mechanical engineer. So he used to install big machines in CNC machines all over Australia. So he had an ambition to start the business. So we had a chat in between, and then we decided, okay, we will start our own business. Then he quit his job. Then he started the business. But after some time, the business started growing very rapidly, and we required people to look after the business and everything, like from operations, marketing, accounts, and all that stuff. So I'm working in the commerce background, so I have the accounts experience already. So I told him that okay, then I'll quit my job and then I'll join you, and then we'll see how we go after quitting the job. And it was a very wise decision. And here we are at the moment.
Yep. No, we'll talk about how big the company is now, but I do want our viewers to know the challenges and the hard work you put in. Now, I know that Rahul probably started this business part time in around 2009,
Yes.
but you were with him throughout the process. So,
Yeah.
despite your full time job in a very big company in the admin department, which is a quite a tiring job, but when you come home, you do the accounts.
Yes.
So you have been his back of office support when he was doing it part time. So how was that journey? You had two young children, and I remember I think your youngest daughter was only 1 year old at that time. How did you manage, full time work with this part time business?
I used to sometimes I have to work after us in the factory to help him and everything. So kids were with us that time. They used to accompany us here in factory. They used to join us here. So yeah, but then I help him in the way like sometimes cleaning up the job and everything, the delivery, all that stuff. So in that way, I do both the things at the same time. I used to work my job. I used to do my job, finish my job at certain time, get the kids, come here, do his do come here, help him, and then ball the rolling around.
Yeah,
What
perfect.
around.
And we just kept it going.
Yeah.
Now he then left his work and he joined the business full time in 2011.
Yeah.
And soon after, within a year, you quit full time work
Yes.
and then came into the business full time.
Yes.
So, what was the feeling then? Were you very sure that you're going to make this work, or there was still a little bit of hesitation because you have a family to run as well?
We decided to do that, but we didn't know what will happen. We took as a challenge. Okay, we'll see whatever it will come in front of us. We will see that done, and in that way, whatever challenges come in front of us, we overcome those challenges, and the business is running very smoothly.
Yes, and I think with any business, and this is a classic mom and dad business model, which a lot of Australian families start with, and some give up, and most will then go forward and make it into a big business. So, tell us about how were you able to get customers in the initial phase of your business? Because you were not as famous as you are today. So, what did you do to get those customers?
Initially, I when I started with working with Rahul, nobody knows me about that time. Then slowly, I used to pick up the phones. I used to answer the phone. Then I used to get the quotations, chasing money, then sending invoices to the customers. So slowly, people recognizing me. Okay, now she's the front office now. So they started recognizing in that.
So a lot of cold calling happens, and then chasing up older previous customers for more business. So that's how you have collected one customer at a time.
At a time.
And today you have quite a lot of maybe 100 plus
Yes.
customers who are loyal customers.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we were having an offline conversation, you guys did tell me about how sometimes you have an order from a loyal customer. You even show up in the factory at 1 a.m. yourself, start up, and then finish the jobs by morning.
Yes.
So does that happen many times? Support
It happens sometimes if the customer is having the breakdown, then we have to work anytime in the day or night, and we have to finish and deliver the goods in a stipulated time, because their machines are breakdown. They have to start their production, and it costs us in millions to those customers. So we are in a rush in that particular time.
Yeah. Yep. And again, I've known both of you for more than 30 years, and I understand. And I've been part of his engineering journey as well. But in his own words, that he probably have led the initial part of the business where he set it up. It was his idea as an engineer.
Yes.
But then you came in and took over, in the sense, supported the finance, the admin, the even recruitment and customer service, and the expansions.
Yeah.
And then you also took over some of the engineering aspects of the business. So now, what, you want to get rid of him or what? Because you're taking over all aspects, jokes apart. But what made you also jump into the engineering aspects of the business, like operating the machines yourself, checking for quality problems, and some other parts of it?
No, I used to think if he can do it, he has got the engineering background. I don't have the engineering background, but still I used to feel if he can manage, why can't I? So then I started learning from small things, like in engineering, millimeter, centimeter, that is a big difference. And I learned maths long time back. I left it that long time back. But then I started learning a lot of things from him, how to measure jobs, how to handle inquiries, then how to calculate the material, what sort of types of materials. So I, in the initial journey, he helped me a lot to understand the things.
So you started from a point where the difference between millimeters, centimeters was
Yes.
not known, to now, as Rahul says, that your mechanical aptitude and your ability and senses are so heightened that you can now pick up a job and you could, or a workpiece, and notice if there is a difference of half a millimeter or even less.
Yes.
So how did you develop that much of aptitude? Is it lots of practice
It's
or?
a lots of practice because I deal with lots of jobs each and every day. So when I take the job in my hand, when I compare with the drawing, then after checking, if I take the job after checking first job, in a random job, if I'm trying to check it, I can figure it out. No, there's something wrong in the process. So we have to stop. We have to check the process if it is right or wrong. Then we continue with the further production. Otherwise, we have to do the changes that time if we notice it.
Perfect. Now, Richa, I'm very passionate about getting more and more females into the engineering profession, so the STEM professions. And I've mentored a few women, and many of them have said that there's a challenge still that the community or customers still don't recognize or appreciate fully that we as women are fully capable of answering a technical query or develop something which is more engineering. Did you ever face that kind of a challenge where the customer does not believe that you could answer the query?
Sometimes
Yeah.
they used to see, and when I used to ask questions to them, this is whatever the interaction I used to do with them, they used to think, is she will be able to handle my query or no? Am I able to get my part right or no? But you have to believe on yourself, and you have to show them that you can do it, and you can do it.
Yeah, perfect. And I think I'm sure there would be times when people will say, Rahul, I wanted to speak to Manisha. She knows what I'm saying better than you, and she's got more patience for me. So, and I think we are in a era now where there is we should not see any difference between men and women.
Yes.
But for all those women who are sitting on the fence, whether they should enter a STEM profession or not, women or girls, what message would you like to give them?
No, I would say they should take the opportunity, try it out. If that doesn't work it out, then that's a different scenario. But what nothing is going to cost to try. Try, something will come out better and art from that
From that.
community.
Now, you are certainly a very successful entrepreneur, Richa, and certainly, yeah, you've also done so much of work in the community as well. So you are a well-known entrepreneur, and a lot of people look at you as an example of success. But how much of who would you consider has been your support in this process?
Uh, all my family, my husband, my community, my friends, all of them. They are my strength, and they are my supporters all the time.
Certainly. Now, obviously, as we know, you are a very confident woman, and you anything you apply yourself, you are successful at that. Are there aspects in your upbringing from your childhood to now which have been a contributing factor to that?
Yes, my father was a scientist, and uh, he his contribution was very contribute. Means even my mother, she is a very confident woman still. But at the age of 70, she's still driving her own bike and everything. She's moving around. Both of them, they had a big contribution in growing me up to this stage. The backbone, both of them.
Both of them. And from our offline conversation, I understand more than sitting you down and telling you what to do, they were living their lives as a great example.
Yes.
So rather than preaching to you, both of them led their lives as confident people.
Yes.
And then you and I think your sisters learned from that example.
Yeah.
And how much of that you and Rahul are doing for our own children at the moment by living an example?
Uh, we are giving good backup to our kids. Yes. And our son, he is doing now aerospace engineering, and he's very well, and he's helping us as well. So in that way, he both of them, like our daughter, she's still in year 10, but both of them, they are pretty intelligent, and we are seeing them good. we are seeing them good in the journey as well.
In the journey as well. I think they have practically grown up in this factory.
Yes.
So when you had a small operation right opposite to Weather Party, to this workshop where we're interviewing, it's pretty much big and pretty big and a lot of machines. But your children have seen that journey.
Yes.
So you did not, you never isolated them from the hardships of the business.
No.
Yep. So what was the intent in doing that?
Uh,
So you wanted them to have full exposure of everything.
yeah, then they should understand what their mother and father they are doing as well, and like they should, if the time comes, they have to do the hard work as well
Yes.
in their life as well. So
Mm. And I think your oldest son, I think he's into engineering.
Yes.
He's in university, but at a very early age, he was able to understand engineering concepts and operate machines. And now he is also a very reliable third arm of the business, isn't it? So tell us a bit more about what does he do for you when he's in the workshop now?
no, he help us running the machines. Even he's very good in uh, producing the jobs and everything. He has a very sound understanding of the machines as well. He's very sharp, very sharp.
And I'm sure his school projects would have been always very cool.
Yes.
So that's good. I think that also then makes you a great champion mother as well. So that's all that. Now, your business is very successful. It's got a good coverage, and I think you have some of your admin functions outsourced in India as well. So what was the idea behind doing that?
Uh, the idea behind to give more time here to serve the customers' requirements. Because the admin takes a lot of time as well. So if we outsource that one, we will be more available to give more good quality to here in Australia to our customers. That's the idea behind it, and we were successful in that one.
Perfect. I think another thing also in our applied conversation, you mentioned that the repetitive aspects of the business, if you can outsource to a reliable party,
Yeah.
then it gives you more time to develop the business and also to keep your services affordable to the customers in Australia. So you're a proudly Australian company, and I in our discussions have seen numerous examples where you have successfully managed to keep some of the manufacturing in India, sorry, in Australia,
Really?
which certainly your customers value a lot, and that's pretty commendable. And now let's talk about a little bit of philanthropy you do as well, right? Now you support a lot of community activities which happen for either cultural upliftment or for benefiting the next generation of community people. So can you give us examples of that kind of work or sponsorship?
Yes, like we have around 70 people who came here for their first jobs, and we gave them the opportunity to work with us, and with the first reference they get the jobs in their particular fields, so that helped them to settle down here in Australia, because to get the first job here in Australia, it's a bit difficult thing, and we just try to give them the opportunity so they can get settled down here very quickly. So that's what we try to support our community as well.
No, perfect. I want our viewers to understand that a lot of overseas students come here to do postgrad engineering, and it's extremely hard to get an internship or relevant work experience in the field.
Yes.
And as I understand from Rahul, is that you are the first person they meet when they come for asking for that opportunity, and you haven't turned anyone back.
No.
And that's so nice of you. At the same time, parents who are overseas who are worried about their children studying and settling in and making most of the time here, because some people take huge loans to send the children here, and the worry and having a husband and wife family business like you're hosting their daughter or son and giving them relevant experience is quite commendable. And I understand it is certainly a cost to the business. Yes, you are being very generous and kind hearted to say that you also gain from their services, but I do understand that I think it's still a cost to the business, but it is in a way helped 70 students set the foot in this country and then become successful. So do you have those people? Now it's been, I think, more than 12 years of doing that. Do people call you back sometime just to say thank you for doing that for me?
They do. They do. We have a good relationship with whoever left after they get their first job. So they still come. They still chat with us. Sometimes they get guidance from us. This has happened. This has happened. What should I do? So whatever knowledge we have got, we just try to guide them. You can do. You can try this one. So
Oh, that's really good. And I also know you and Rahul are always the first ones to put your hands in the pocket when a community event is happening and people come to ask for sponsorship, donations, and because of you, I think a lot of people from the Marathi, if not the Indian community, are able to afford the tickets to really good artists who come from India because they're not cheap, right? So, as a community member, I would like to thank you for that. Okay, and that again makes you a true champion of the community. Now, we are almost coming to the end of this interview, and this is a question I ask all of my guests. A conversation with your younger self. Now, obviously, you are Richa Chavan now. Before marriage, you were Manisha Bode. Growing up in Pune, aspiring young female. Now, if you were to give advice to that young Richa Chavan or Manisha Bodhe, what would you say?
I would say to her, take the opportunity and fly big.
Fly big, just to dream big and
Dream big, achieve big,
go for it.
go for it.
Perfect. And I think certainly you have helped a lot of young people do that yourself, and including your children. So thank you for that, and thank you for coming on Chat with the Champions. It's been a privilege and an honor to have this conversation with you, Richa.